Welcome to week 3, Saturday of the Lent Scripture Journey. Today's scripture reading comes from Luke 7:11 through 17. Afterward, he was on his way to a town called Nain. His disciples and a large crowd were traveling with him. Just as he neared the gate of the town, a dead man was being carried out. He was his mother's only son, and she was a widow. A large crowd from the city was also with her. When the Lord saw her, he had compassion on her and said, "Don't weep." Then he came up and touched the open coffin, and the pallbearers stopped. And he said, "Young man, I tell you, get up." The dead man sat up and began to speak, and Jesus gave him to his mother. Then fear came over everyone, and they glorified God, saying, "A great prophet has risen among us, and God has visited his people." This report about him went throughout Judea and all the vicinity. Now, the end of our journey will find us at an empty tomb, once dead, now alive. Today, we read of Jesus' first resurrection experience, at least the first we have recorded in the Bible. A dead boy, a grieving mother, and a widow as well. No husband, now no son. The grief is real. The grief is deep. Jesus approaches this heartbroken, sobbing widow, has compassion, and says 2 words: "Don't weep." If Jesus didn't know what was coming, this would be anything but compassion. Quite the opposite. It would be totally unkind. Only the one who holds the power of life and death in his hands can utter these words with compassion. Only the one who can speak life into a dead body can utter these words. He speaks, and what was dead comes to life. He still speaks, and he still brings dead things to life.